Hi you guys, this is Misty with Cancerian Chronicles. Welcome or welcome back. We are jumping into just a collective reading and some channeled messages. This is going to be a quickie, so let's go ahead and let's dive in. We'll start off and I'll see if there are any channeled messages that I'm receiving. Please note that it is not exactly the same as getting the messages from the cards, although you can channel with cards. But without cards, it does sometimes take just a little bit of time. Okay, so please bear with me. I feel like there's some type of channeled message, so let's see what it is. Okay, channeled messages for the collective. What does the collective need to know? Channeled messages. I'm hearing the theme song like from the Itchy and Scratchy show. I don't remember what cartoon that is from though. I mean, it seems like it was the typical kind of like, Tom and Jerry, the cat and the mouse, going back and forth, but I don't recall. I don't know if someone is trying to play, or someone is going to try to play a game of cat and mouse. I don't know if someone is wondering like why a certain person is not calling them. I feel like this person is wanting you to chase them. They're wanting to play a game of cat and mouse. I'm now hearing, why must I be like that? Why must I chase the cat? Nothing but the dog in me. So whoever this message is for, the interesting thing is that technically you would be considered the cat. So you're not meant to chase after this person. So just be mindful. This could be a person that's just wanting to play some type of, mind manipulation, some type of mind games. I'm hearing something about testing a theory. Someone might be trying to test a theory, so to speak. So they're just trying to see if it will trigger you. This has something to do with, yeah. Someone is trying to see if, and trigger warning, I guess, like someone's trying to see if they've selected the perfect quote unquote victim. So if you start calling or chasing after this person, they know that you have some type of abandonment wounds, and just be forewarned that they're going to use this to their advantage. So yeah, this is like if you just met someone and they're kind of playing this type of game, this is not a catch. I'm hearing catch and release. What else? Whoever this is for, I feel like you've gone through this before, so you should know you've been down this path or down this road before, so you know this game. And just make sure that you have grown or developed or evolved enough to where you don't fall for whatever this is. Okay. I feel like that is all of the channeled messages, so that could have been for one of you, some of you, or none of you. I don't know. But let's go ahead and jump into the cards to see what the messages are. We already have a card that popped out. I don't know what it is. We have funnel. It says period of frustration, lessons to be learned. So someone could be in some type of period of, where you're still in the middle of like learning a lesson. I don't know why that's not catching. I guess you'll just have to trust me. We have one of the months of the year, so we have something from the month of March. This could have been this past March. This could be that you have like a birthday in March, or you're dealing with someone with a birthday in March. Someone is going to give birth in March, so I don't know who that's for. But. And we have fire, strong emotion, passion, passionate love or hate. That's what we have here. At the bottom of the deck, we have torch, which says spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. And at the top of the deck, we have haystack, karma. You will reap what you have sown. I'm just going to put this over there. For someone, you could have met a person in March and it was very frustrating. It may have been very frustrating for you. You learned a very valuable lesson as it relates to whatever this dynamic was. Most likely it has something to do with like love and romance, with relationships. This was a person, like you were dealing with someone where, you know, maybe you had the hots for this person, or you guys had the hots for one another. It was a very passionate, I'm hearing smoking hot relationship, but it was love, like you guys only had off and on, hot and cold, love or hate. There was never any in between with this person, and that's because this would be, you know, considered, you know, a quote unquote karmic, and it was meant for you or this person or both of you to learn some type of lesson. For some of you guys, just know that this person might try to come back to you for some reason. Like I feel like some of them, you know, for some of you guys, this person might start to experience a lot of backlash, a lot of karma. And they somehow feel like, if you're spiritual, for some of you, like they might feel like, you know, they might recognize that it's some type of karma, and they're going to try to come back and, you know, make amends, so to speak. But whoever this person is, I'm getting the sense of like, just know that that person has already like, that relationship has run its course. Okay, it did what it was meant to do. You learned the lesson that you were meant to learn from that. So even though like you might remember, you might recognize, you know, like you might still have some type of, you know, burning desire or passion for this person. Nothing has changed as far as like your compatibility and those dynamics as it goes to, you know, like a relationship with this person. Okay, this was not a forever person. This person served a purpose, or they served a role in, you know, some type of lesson that, you know, you or they or both of you were meant to learn. Okay. Let's look at this funnel, period of frustration. Yeah, we have like, as a result of this, you know, you have the 9 of Wands, and this is about guarded energy. So again, if this person comes back, you are meant to guard your energy, all of it, right? Your sexual energy. If you did like a lot of emotional, like heavy lifting when it comes to like emotions, like keep your emotions to yourself. And for some of you guys, you need to, we have rock bottom with this 10 of Swords here at the bottom. This person, you know, part of their karma could be that they've hit rock bottom, so to speak. So also guard your purse, you know, guard your purse, guard your wallet. Okay. What else do we need to know about this period of frustration? So it could be that, you know, like during the relationship, you were super frustrated. And now it's kind of like, it's, you know, it's their turn. Now they are being really frustrated. And maybe the last really good memory that they have, you know, before they've hit rock bottom, it has something to do with you. So they're trying to, you know, get back to that type of energy. But yeah, what else do we need to know about this? Yeah, we have stability, which is right here. We have the 4 of Wands. So again, you know, we saw that rock bottom before. So if this person is starting to experience some type of rock bottom, you know, it could have been that I'm hearing back then didn't want me. Now I'm hot, all on me. So when you guys were, dating or something like that, this person may have kind of had the attitude that they were better than you because they had a lot more going on, financially, materialistically or something like that. And if this person is receiving some type of karma to where now they're at, they've hit their rock bottom, you are starting to, like, your life is starting to stabilize. And so this person could be trying to latch onto that. So remember, I heard, for you to hold on to your purse strings or hold on to your wallet. So someone might need to be mindful of that. At the bottom, we have the Two of Swords, which says stalemate. Again, there's nothing left to be learned or to be, gained by, being in any type of relationship, platonic or otherwise, with this person. Okay. We have the King of Wands, which is big picture thinking. If someone, again, I had the feeling, we have this notion that, like, this could have been something that was, like, really passionate, like, with this person. And, like, even if you are feeling bored and you are just wanting a little bit of passion, some of you guys need to, think bigger, because it, and you're going to have to figure out, like, is it worth it? Okay. I'm hearing that, Missy. Is it worth it? Let me work it. I put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it. Yeah. I feel like some energies are just reversing, and this person can't really handle it. Yeah. We have the Eight of Swords, which says overthinking. So again, like, whereas in the past, this person, this first go round, this person could have had you overthinking and in your head. And I feel like this is still you, where they might have you, wanting to rethink, like, oh, well, maybe it wasn't so bad. Or, oh, I have plenty of energy and love and money and whatever to give. No, this person, I feel like, if they're going through some type of karma and you allow them, you invite them back over your threshold or back over into your life, that karma is going to get you. Okay. I'm hearing some song. It's a Michael Jackson song. Something about get you. Something's going to get you. I don't know. So just be mindful of that. It's not, you might wonder if it's worth it. And I'm telling you right now, it's not. Let's look at this March. What's trying to pop out is this Three of Wands, which says foresight. So for some of you guys, like, again, if this is a person that you've already dealt with, you dealt with them in March, or something ended in March, or, whatever this is, you already have a preview of, like, what it would be like, to be with this person. I don't feel like whoever this is for, you may not have been, like, in a, exclusive, maybe you didn't call it like an exclusive relationship, but you did have, just kind of a little sampling of what it would be like to be with this person. So there's no need for you to wonder. You already know. Okay, what do we need to know about the month of March? What do we need to know? What does the collective need to know about March? Yeah, we have Seven of Cups, which is wishful thinking. Oh, okay, yeah. And then I didn't see that fall out, but we also have the Wheel of Fortune, which says turning points. So this person, like, when you were dealing with this person, maybe you were really wishing and hoping that things could work out, because, again, you may have been, okay, I'm hearing the song, I'm just thinking with my, if you guys know that song. So this person is saying, like, they were thinking with their private parts, because, again, this was a relationship that was super passionate for both of you. So, but this person, I feel like they were just kind of having fun with whatever this is. You might have been, like, wishing that something would grow and develop, especially with looking at this, this March with these flowers, but, they never did. Like, nothing ever really bloomed or blossomed out of this. They say, like, what do they say? Something about the showers. Something about the showers and the flowers. Like, you had a lot of the showers, or like a lot of the rain, a lot of the emotional turmoil and ups and downs and the frustration, but it never did lead to any blossoming flowers with this. Okay. And so at some point you recognize this, or you realize this, and I feel like, you walked away, or you allowed this person to go on their merry way because you preferred, you know, something more peaceful with this 10 of cups energy here at the bottom. Yeah, at the top is the moon, which is illusion. Someone recognized this as, you know, the illusion that it was. Okay, so someone needs to remember that. What else about the month of March? What else about the month of March? I'm hearing like, what else is there? Okay, yeah, we have the big picture thinking with the King of Wands actually came out. So I feel like, you know, someone needs to really remember this. And yeah, we have the Four of Swords, which says contemplation. When you start thinking again about allowing this person or a situation or situationship back into your life, when you start wondering and contemplating, should you give it another go, you need to look at the entire, like, look at the big picture, okay? Yeah, we have temperance here at the bottom, which says moderation. And at the top, we have Page of Swords, which is sharp tongue. I feel like for some of you guys, this is a person that, like, they don't know how to tame their tongue. Like, this person, like, they've said some really nasty things to you. And it could be like under the guise of like, oh, I'm just joking, or, you know, oh, you know, you need to toughen up or loosen up, or, you know, something like that. But no, this person said exactly what they meant when they said it. Okay. If they regret anything, it would be the fact that you pulled away from them eventually, and that they no longer had access to you. But this person, they meant what they said. Okay. All right, so we're looking at the fire energy, which said strong emotion, passionate love or hate. We have the Six of Wands, which is about public reward. I feel like this person, number one, someone within this dynamic might have received a lot of attention, like just for being like around you. So there's something to do with, like, you know, when this person was with you, they got like a lot of attention from other people for some reason. And that's something that, like, that was a reward, or that was something that they really enjoyed. However, now, since you guys have separated, no one's giving them a second look. No one's giving them a second thought, right? Yeah, we have the Ten of Wands, which is overcommitment at the bottom. The fact that they were receiving like a lot of attention from other people, they started to kind of commit themselves to other people as well, because whoever this person was, like, they started to feel themselves. They thought that people were looking at them because, you know, they wanted them, but it was something to do potentially with your energy. That was, you know, yeah. Yeah, at the top is justice, which says cause and effect. So because this person was with you and enveloped in your energy, they got a lot of public recognition, okay? But now, because you have separated yourself from this person and this person no longer has access to your energy, the effect is no one is checking for them. I feel like for some of you guys, there was a, like, there could have been, I'm hearing a smidge, but there might have been like a bit of jealousy. This person was a little bit jealous, envious of the type of attention that you received, okay? And I feel like this is like, whether you want attention or you don't want attention, you just get it. Like, you just have it like that. And so someone like this could have, you know, made this person feel some type of way. Yeah, we have determination that came out with this Chariot card. We have the Chariot. This person, if they come back, like when they come back into your, when they try to come back into your life, they are going to be very determined to get you back. So this person, there's gonna be like, if they love bombed you the first time around, like they're gonna double that or triple that, because they really feel like, again, we talked about this person has hit rock bottom since you've been, I'm hearing, since you've been gone. So since you've been gone, this person has hit rock bottom, and they're gonna be super determined to get you back, because they feel like, they just, yeah, they feel like nothing is really moving right, or nothing is going right in their life since you've been gone. We have the Eight of Wands at the bottom, which is about movement, forward movement, fast movement. And at the top is the Five of Cups, which is disappointment. Nothing, I said that earlier, like nothing has been like going in this person's favor. This person, like, what the attention and everything, all the good things that they were getting before while you guys were together, they've hit rock bottom. They're not getting it anymore. And all they can think to do is, to go back to, again, the last place that they remember, like, being in the highest of highs, right? Their happy place. You could have warned this person or something like that. Like that there would be consequences if they kind of, I'm hearing, quit playing games with my heart. So that's why this person is kind of thinking that it has something to do with karma. Okay, what else? Yeah, under the fire, which is about passionate love or hate, we have Two of Cups, which is mutual attraction. So we talked about, yes, you guys both, this is mutual, this passion that you might have felt for one another. But at the bottom is the Eight of Cups. It says leaving what no longer serves you. So unless that's all you're looking for is passion, right? Then it's not going to serve you. That's why you walked away the first time, which is why we keep getting this King of Wands energy about this big picture thinking. Yeah, at the top is Ten of Pentacles, which is solid foundation. I feel like, what you're actually looking for is something more solid, something more stable. Some of you guys might be looking for more of like a long-term exclusive relationship, and like you're not going to get that from this person, not from this particular person. Yeah. What else? I don't really feel like there's much else to say about that. What does the collective need to know? Jeez. Yeah, we have judgment, which is reckoning. So I've already said, like, allowing this person back into your life, back into your energy. If they're at rock bottom and they're experiencing some type of karma, like allowing them, inviting them back in your life, it might, I'm hearing reach out and touch somebody's hand, so it might reach out and touch you as well. We have the Strength card, so this is inner strength. Because you felt such a strong pull or connection to this person, it might take a lot out of you to reject this person. Yeah, and they're going to be, they're not going to be playing fair, just so you know. With the Seven of Swords, with this mental manipulation, they're definitely not going to be playing fair. Okay. And we have the Queen of Wands here at the top in reverse, which is about jealousy. This person might even try to do or say things to make you jealous. I don't know if you're the jealous type. I don't really have an understanding of that. So maybe, I don't know, maybe that worked for them in the past. So just kind of be mindful of that. Yeah, and we have the Queen of Cups. And it's falling sideways, which is emotional mastery. So I don't know if this is up in the air, with, whether or not you've really mastered your emotions, or if this is a signal here that like you are being tested, like this is some type of test to see if you're able to, or if you have actually mastered your emotions when it comes to this type of energy. I'm hearing F boy, F girl energy. Have you mastered your emotions? Are you able to, I'm hearing, just say no. Okay. At the bottom, we have Nine of Cups, which says wishes coming true. I feel like if you're able to, pass this, quote unquote test, so to speak, which, never mind, I'm not going to get into that. But if you're able to, it's not necessarily about the test, for me. I really feel like this is more of like, not, when I say it's not about the test, what I mean is I don't feel like this is about like the universe testing you. I feel like this is more of like, are you going to allow this person to waste your time when it feels like there's someone or something, behind this person that actually will fulfill your, your wishes, right? If you're looking for something that is more stable and something more exclusive, that's just around the river bend is what I'm hearing. So that's just around the corner for you, or it's around this person. But you have to make sure that you set strong, firm boundaries when it comes to this person and not allowing them back into your life. Yeah, I don't know whose energy this is, but we saw jealousy before, and now at the top we have the Four of Pentacles, which is possessiveness. So I don't know if this person feels like they own you, or they own rights to you, or they don't want to see you with anyone else or something like that, or that's the energy that they're going to come back with. But yeah, look at that. I split the deck. We have Ace of Cups, which says fresh connection. Like this is, if this is like an old person trying to come back, or an old energy, same energy, but in a new body, like you don't want that person. You don't want that energy. You don't want that life. You don't want that lifestyle. You don't want that relationship. You want something that is new and improved, right? You want something that is going to, fulfill your desires as it relates to like what a romantic, relationship looks like, if that's what you're looking for, okay? So let's see what else we have. Sorry. I don't know if this might be. I'm trying to do this without it being so noisy. We're taking out the little bloques. Any other messages for the collective? Okay. Yeah, I'm really being guided to this one that says focus on self. So whoever you are, I feel like, you disconnected from that past energy for a reason, to help, improve or work on yourself. And the more that you focus on yourself, the more that you're going to attract in whatever this is that, you are wanting for yourself. Okay, what else for the collective? That's interesting. Okay, I keep being guided to this take a leap of faith. I feel like, if you previously had this energy of like, if you had a fear of like being alone, or, something like that, that was a struggle for you. I'm getting the sense of like, try it. You might like it. Hi, Ghost Dog. How are you? Anything else for the collective? Yeah, I'm serious. It says love is in the cards. I feel like something much better is waiting for you. A better match is definitely waiting for you, but you don't want to waste your time with someone that if you've already, an ex is an ex for a reason, right? So look, I'm guided to this toxic relationship. Who this is, because the relationship was quite toxic. And it didn't work out for a reason. So why would you go back to that, back to that same type of energy? And this one says confront challenges head on. So that's what we have for this one. I'm getting, you're turning me on. You're turning me on. Okay, so what I'm feeling from that one, I'm actually hearing leading me on. Make sure that you don't give this person like any type of impression that they have a chance of like getting, I'm hearing a snowball chance in Hades, we'll say. Don't let this person feel like, they have any chance whatsoever of getting back with you. Because I feel like that's where all of that, remember, we kept seeing like there's that jealousy, and then there was that possessiveness. I feel like that's where, that might trigger that within this person. And it's going to cause a whole bunch of other trouble for you, and that's going to repel other people that are wanting to talk to you or build a relationship with you or get to know you, or whatever. Anything else? I'm being guided to this slow communication. So I feel like when you meet new people, the guidance is for you, like there's no rush. So you don't have to rush to jump into a relationship. Just, you know, take it slow with your, you know, with anyone that you're dating or whatever you're, you know, whatever you decide to do. Okay, anything else? And again, this was just going to be a little quickie. See, anything else? Okay, I'm being guided to emotional boundaries needed, and we already talked about that. So, you know, make sure that you're clear on, you know, your boundaries, like you set clear boundaries when it comes to this person. I feel like whoever this is, they have a history or they have a habit of, you know, overstepping certain boundaries that you've set for them. And rather than checking them, like, you just kind of let them make it, right? You witness this person overstepping your boundaries, or, you know, whatever, like poo-pooing on your boundaries, and you don't, you know, you don't check them. You allow them to continue. And so you need to nip whatever that is in the bud immediately, so that they can go ahead and move on about their business. When they see that they cannot manipulate you, or that you're not going to fall for their old tricks, or they can't use like your old relationship that was, you know, maybe super passionate and hot and heavy, like when they see that they can't use that on you anymore, or they can't use, you know, that against you, and for their benefit, they're going to go ahead and they're going to, I'm hearing, scurry away. So that's what I have for you guys. I hope that that was helpful. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, all of that good juicy stuff. I love you, and have a beautiful and fantabulous rest of your day. Bye now. Mwah.